Okay, the stream should be starting now. Yep, appears to be. And let me. God, my music is way too loud at the moment. Let me lower that down a bit. Okay, and then I will also need to. Let me get the video link. There we go. How bad is the? Yep, audio seems fine as well. Okay then. Let's then post the link. Cool. And who knows, maybe we'll get some viewers, maybe we won't. I was kind of hoping to do a stream yesterday, but sadly that didn't have much. Cool. Okay. So okay. Cool. Yeah, there we go. So we can run this. This should then implement the cooldowns. Uh, we might want to wrap this actually, around a function like get cooldown, get stuff like that. Um, so what is power in this instance? I don't remember. Let's have a look. We'll be near the bottom down here, won't it? Use power, has power. We do not have a can start. Heck, that gets used at the moment. Okay, so it can be anything we want. So it could be the power name, could be the power data alongside it. I think the power data would make sense. But we do also have the P bar anyway, so we can just pass in power name. So I think we might just pass in. So obviously if a power is active, we can't use it, and then bool is equal to hook.run power.can start, and then for now just pass in self and power name. Yeah. Is we don't have the same things before. So we've got should block and then reason. Cool. And then if should block, then we can return out. And then show the message to the player, probably in the notification feed. Yes, we'll probably need the notification feed. Have I not started up the server yet? No, I don't appear to have. Oops. Cool. Whoops. Okay then. So, yeah, I mean, message feed and notifications both need to be set up, so we might want to do that as well today, because I've been avoiding writing them. So, so notifications will just appear in the bottom right, and then message feed or activity feed. I don't quite know what it's going to be called. Will just be text that appears sort of top center-ish of your screen that will just say things like, can't do this, can't do that. It'll be very small and shouldn't get in the way too much. Anyway, so we can then do, so instead of this, we can then do char get power cooldown and do a comma for a 0. All false actually, I think, yeah, it can handle types fine. And then if it's true, then there we go. On the other side of this, we'll then need to write this onto the HUD now as well, which should be commented out very nicely here-ish. Yeah, there you go. You can see the nice commented out code. So should I probably should get a thing for it, but for now I'll just cheat the local cooldown is equal to oh, but it also gets the max cooldown. Interesting. No, we have cooldown info. Yeah, we have cooldown info. Yeah, because we have the power itself, don't we? Yeah, the POW. Yeah. So it wouldn't be max cooldown, it would just be dot max cooldown instead. Um, and then this would be. Do I have char in this instance? Yes, I do have a char. And then char get vbar cooldown underscore power. There we go. And then instead of 0, we want false. Because then we can just go with if we have a cooldown. And then we can do an and here as well. Get rid of the second F, as it's not needed anymore. And now we have this. So, yeah, now we need to implement cooldowns. So, let's do this here. I feel as if this probably should be actually a thing here. They're not. I suppose not necessarily everything needs to be in the char meta farm. But cooldown, power name, cooldown, and then so let's see how smart it is. Yep, no, you're smart enough to figure that out. Sweet. And then I mean it's not wrong with that. It's just not quite right. Uh, ID, yeah. Power name, cooldown, and then cooldown as well. So that should not work for cooldowns. And then we can just call set power cooldown power dot. Yeah, this is trying to read this data here. So it's reading it wrong. We have. Do I actually have cooldowns on these yet? No, I don't appear to. Do I have on any of them? No. So I feel as if I'll go max cooldown is equal to, let's say, 10, like this. So I mean, I feel as if I put power name actually through here. Yeah, I did put power name. which seems a bit stupid. I should also pass in the power data. So I think what I might do is power name and then power. So if I need the power, so then it's power name and then power dot, and then we can go with local cooldown is equal to power dot max cooldown or 1, and then or 0 actually. uh, Yo, hello, how are you? So if cool, no, it should just be nil. Should just be nil. And then we want to see whether the power has a cooldown function on it. Yeah, pretty decent. I was wanting to stream yesterday, but I've got builders around at the moment, so I sadly am unable to stream during the week. During the week. Okay, and then we can get the cooldown this way, and then we check to see if we don't have cooldown. We can then turn out. Cool. Should we see it? Yeah, I mean, it's one I'll leave a comment there for, because I don't see the point in type checking that, but some probably could do that. Okay, and then we pass in cooldown. Cool. How did I do this? So this was based off of that, so I can do cooldown. I mean, I should do it here actually. So let's add OS time cache. Uh, yeah. Uh, I mean, one that I keep seeing at the moment is people want an actually half decent NPC spawning system. That isn't complete, like dreadful. That's one I've seen a lot of people asking about. Yep. Okay, so the issue I've got with OS time is that it's synced. You don't have milliseconds, so in theory, the cooldown can be essentially half a like a full second less than what it's meant to be. I know what I'll do. I'll just cheat and add 1 to it. And go with cool. You get lag when NPCs spawn in. Uh, Interesting. That's... Oh, I've just realized I have not done that. I have not made it so that my chat window goes onto both my screens. Uh, uh, Hang on a minute. Choose window on all desktops. Cool. Because the only lag I can think of would be to do with the actual spawn-in effect. Um, which, if you're spawning it in manually, you shouldn't really be doing that. So, Unexpected symbol near equal sign 144. Cool. I was just sort of going with, I don't know what you mean by lag. Uh, it's not something that I've encountered. So, there we go. Yeah, that's good. It's fine. What power do I have? Force lightning explosion. Right hand form, item, right hand. Oh, though it is nice. We've managed to finally get a map compile of the actual map we'll be using. So, uh, is this the one that I put the cooldown on? Yes. Crystal Grow, AoE, buy price 1 to vendor. Crystal Grow. Actually, I probably wanted to put it there, but that's fine. Uh, okay. I see what's going on. The dueling system is interfered. Cool. That's good. I mean, it's good that the dueling system is interfered. It means that that code works. Cool. This file needs to be separated. So 410 was it saying? Yep, 410. Yeah, so this is now char power name. Is the way to spawn ents in an area? Do you mean as in like within a cube or what? Because you could definitely create something that could do that code. I actually have some code very similar at the moment that I've very nicely copy and pasted from elsewhere. Uh, Here, which you have sort of empty positioning and stuff, and then you have a spiral ring as well. That's used by TFA. So, not TFA, ULX. An area around an entity? Yeah. Well, an area around an entity is just a cube or a box type thing. So you can just go. Either you can set up zones and then you can track where the player is in one of those zones and then spawn in the entities in those zones. Um, or you can just set up spawn points for the NPCs and you just find which ones are close to the player, either through an inefficient end stop like find and sphere or something, or an equivalent, or you do some sort of octatree or OBB bounding box hierarchy to optimize it. But I'll be honest, it's generally most of the time you don't have anything too intensive. Why did I need the player? Oh, because I needed to go from. Cool. So if I am. Okay, so if I am not dueling, then return. And let's clean up this code. Yeah, no problem. Okay. There we go. So the power worked. But I don't see the render on my UI. Because the hook does not exist. That is probably why. Yeah, so we want here where we end the power. Oh look, we were actually setting cooldowns here already. They I don't I think I want to set cooldowns separately. I want to make this modular, so hook dot run power dot on end. Then it was char power name. Do I have power name at all? Yeah, no, I have power object. Can I get the name from here? Yeah, I've got power dot name. Cool, it's power dot name, and then I'll just pass power in as well. And then I'll just comment these two out. Cool. And then here we want to also temp table icon. No, not icon. Max cooldown is equal to max cooldown. Yep. Cool. And then we can sync that. Cool. Still nothing though. Is oh god. Something is definitely not right. If I try that again, but do it this way. Yeah, something is definitely not right there. So I assume what's happening is that the power is automatic. Or the other option is that the power is ending, which is why we're getting this full success here. So I mean, we still need to return success here and here as well. So let's go to continuous. And then if not success, and then we go local a success. I know, great variable naming. What we go to false. So yeah, actually no, it's equal to true, and then if we fail here, we equal it to false. Actually no, we can. I think if we ever run once, then so if we ever get to yeah, if we ever get to like here, we should turn a success into true because we have succeeded in running the power once. It's just that one time it hasn't gone through. So on the other hand, I'm still getting a whole load of booleans, so And yeah, the other issue here is that the weapon we have, this one has it's an automatic, so we want this to be a force. We don't want to be able to hold right click and for the power to constantly activate. There you go, like that. We want it so that if we press right click, if the power is active, then we can use it again. So the issue here is that this force, we're getting that force, and God, that noise is painful. So success is here. How do we get here then with yeah, we oh, is the action failing weirdly because like, it's been written incorrectly or something? Yeah, that's what's that's what it is. True. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's just an issue there. Oh God. Uh, great. Hang on a minute. Let me just try and fix what just happened there. Um, Somehow I've just managed to get my Gmod onto another screen. Which I wasn't aware I could do it like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna restart my Gmod. How did I manage to do that? That was weird. Okay, should be back up. Okay, that was weird. So yeah, but it worked, I guess. Okay, let's wait for that to carry loading up then. And now let's. Nope. Yep. And something has just gone very wrong there. Uh, yes. Okay. Something has gone very wrong. Oh, hang on. Why would success be false anyway? We don't need to return success here. What? What even? Wait, this one wasn't a continuous, was it? That's probably why. It was breaking her. So that's what that one did, yeah. Doesn't. Oh no, it doesn't actually return through her. So. But does not explain how I've managed to. Yeah, I've managed to crash the server. Uh. Thanks. Oh god, no, no, no. So that's interesting. Cool. Hmm. Yeah, that's a weird one. Then, cool. Let's rejoin. Oh, interesting. Is this happening? This is only happening server side, right? Nope, the code is shared. Yeah, if not server, never mind. No, it is returned. This is only done client side. Server side. Yeah, one right click with Crystal Grow just broke the whole thing. Shit. What's going on with Crystal Grow? Not the action, the power. So it's an instantaneous. With something that is capable of killing the server. Could it somehow be this? So if I somehow XP call this. Yeah, so if I XP call this and assume that the problem is yeah, char just yeah, char exists here. But let's assume that it's a script error that's causing the crash. Uh cool. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm also getting that print success client side for whatever reason, which makes no sense. Unless I have another print somewhere. I mean, I've got a print there, but that's unlikely to be up. Oh, I think I can uncomment that now as well. Retry. I know what that print is on the HUD. That's the cooldown one. So yeah, we freeze the moment I press right click. It's not even what did I do? Yeah, let's say the return didn't matter. The return here matters. Maybe it's because I don't have a table? Oh, hello, person that's joined. I am currently bricking charisma servers in infinite loops. So this is not fun. Let's assume maybe it was an empty table? Cool. And obviously because it's stuck in an infinite loop, you don't get any errors or anything that's happening. I mean I probably should create a way to break out of the power loop if it ends up infinite. Ah, sad times, the person left. Okay. There we go. Sweet. So we are getting true now. And something has just got me stuck back into an infinite loop. It makes. I am confused where the script error is happening. Because if it's happening here. Yeah, the target type is none. So we get past here. And then cost doesn't care for targets. So. We're stuck here. Is less than or equal to 1. There you go. We're stuck in this force loop here. There we go. So we don't have enough power. So that was happening. So now if we retry, we should hopefully work. Now this won't fix the issue we're having with cooldown, but it will fix the issue we are having currently with other things, so... That is good. Cool. So... Yeah, no, doesn't get us stuck. Doesn't get us stuck either. But also does not get us a... nice fancy cooldown, sadly. So... Or have I have an idea. Yep. Yep. Done it again. Done it again. I have not included the file. I'm so used to it auto-including. So the fact it doesn't auto-include really throws me through a loop. Which I suppose is my own fault for, you know, getting used to that mechanic. So now if I do a refresh, we should be able to now see cooldowns hopefully working, which would be nice. So, yeah. Attempt to concatenate power name and nil value 25. Oh, it's not nil value, it's a table value. I completely misread the script error, which is fine. Okay then, so yay! So we now have cooldowns then, which is great. One day I feel as if I should probably go for a line as well, instead of an arc, because the arcs, they're quite easy to dodge. I mean, that is one, the speed, so it's quite easy to just jump and get out the way of a crystal grow. But then I suppose the other option is you get stuck in them, and if you get stuck in them, you get kind of fucked because of how much damage they do. So yeah. So I can no longer just mass spam things, which, yeah, it's probably decent. So how does that bind even work? Oh, it's an act. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we can go here now, and we've added power downs, we've added hotbars, we've added cooldowns. So we've now got channel powers, ritual powers, toggle powers, and drains. So drains are where we don't affect the regen of force power. We just drain amounts out of it. And then the whole reason we do that is because, uh, yeah, basically, a drain is so that certain things or certain actions will drain your power, but not other things in total. So think cloaking, for example. Cloaking shouldn't be a lump sum of force. It should be a drain on you, so that when you move, you lose force, but your force regen doesn't get affected. Uh, and so it just gets affected by your force regen. Um, Obviously, you'll need enough force regen to counteract your force pool and other things. So, yes, that is the. I mean, for cloaking is going to be a very complicated mechanic. But I don't know necessarily what. I mean, these are both. All of these are actual things that could get implemented later down the line. So I might say put that back onto backlog. 'Cause actually no, I can do channel powers quite quickly. Um, because how channel works is we use a similar mechanic to continuous, other than what we do is so if we take the same arguments, because the arguments will always be the same. Um, just because they will be. Except for the fact that charge won't exist. That's fine. So I'll actually just get rid of it. And then charge is equal to 1 here. And now what we do is while I need player. Local player is equal to, yep. Key down, isn't it? So in underscore attack 2. So we do this. If we have a channel effect, you'd want to display it. So display channel effect. Then we would want a delay of some sorts. Or we just yield. I might just yield actually. And then charge is equal to math dot. And then we want to take the minimum number. So charge add frame time times, yep, charge rate. Brilliant. And the max charge. Yep. And charge does not equal step data dot max charge. Actually, I'll just local max charge. Local max charge is equal to, yeah. So if there isn't a max charge, it'll just go straight through. Which at that point there's not much point in having a thing. And then the charge rate will be, I guess, 1. I mean, charging in a second seems quite strong. Um, yeah, so, and then from here, what we do is we just call the instantaneous effect now. So, like what we did with this here, um, just instead we we got this one now. Uh, and we just return success and result. So we channel up that. Or the other option is that we then also return the charge and that we have a channeling phase and then the next ability is the one that gets charged. That is also an option. Um, we can have an if statement maybe. Uh, that could be an option. That could be something to go with. Maybe allow for charge to carry on to the next stage. Yeah, because I feel as if you'd might, their words, that you would maybe want that. I mean, I think I do want to create some very entertaining, puzzly, very painful to use abilities where it's sort of just spam right click, um, with a few other key presses to try get some more advanced abilities up. Because that would be quite entertaining. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some cool powers as well. Like, I want to implement a projectile mechanic. So you can throw projectiles, and then if they hit someone, then the action happens. That should actually be quite simple to write. Um, but okay, so that should in theory be the channeling power. Done. I should test that, but uh, I'll just write a comment, test channel powers. I imagine for channeling I'll just go with a force repulse. Uh, that's the only one I can think of. Then drain. I mean, ritual powers are going to be insanely complicated to write, so I'm not really sure I want to write that. And then toggle powers are same as continuous, just you wait until you right click again actually. So yeah, let's write that as well. So local toggle is equal to function data power object. Yeah, I'm gonna keep charge here just in case. And then we want to essentially copy this one. Um, and paste it, and then we want. I don't know how quickly people click. That's the issue. I don't know if we can do single text. Um, there we go. While not key pressed. And not first. And then if not key pressed or not first or first. And then local first equals true. And then first equals false. Yeah, so this would allow us to toggle abilities with so just call the instant effect again and again and again. Potentially this isn't quite what you would want for an instant effect, for a toggle effect, because you'd want the ability to only run once. Instead of this is more continuous, just without a key press. But you could probably work something out. Yeah, I suppose you could go with one action or something. And then at that point, you're just waiting for one thing to happen. So yeah, there we go. So local one action is equal to false, and then if one action and well, no, it would be first. If one action and step data dot one only run once, then coroutine dot yield. We only want to yield at this point, and then we want to continue. I just want to keep just getting stuck in this infinite loop. And then one action is just if success. You know, else one action is equal to true. So this way we can now have only one action that gets run once. Yes, it technically doesn't stop the sound from running. Which might want to be done. I probably could go with. I think this was a debug thing. This should probably be a function actually in itself. So we'll just do that. So yeah, so that should now be toggling. Done. So we now just have drains and ritual powers. Ritual powers, as I say, that's going to be a bit complicated. And then to test it, you would then need to. I've need multiple players for that one, as ritual powers require essentially multiple people to stand in an AoE sphere. And if the force power threshold of people that are accepting, either willingly or not willingly, yeah, so you'll need to work on that. with that to work out max amounts, and I mean it is doable. Because yes, I mean if you'd want to cancel it, uh, somehow you'd want to strike or something like that. So, and one thing that I'm wondering, do I have Force Lightning? I do. One thing I am wondering about. Oh, wrong ability. So if I do that, can I still strike? I can still strike. Cool. My force is way too weak. I do not have enough force. Cool. Okay, so I mean, I could do rituals. And then let's keep adding on to the to-do list, just the other things that I've quickly avoided when I've quickly written them. Uh, then what else do we need? Uh, hmm, hmm. Would toggle effects need? Would toggle powers need effects? I don't know. I mean, they could do. It is an option. Uh, but that is, I mean, that is mostly done now. I believe basic class hooks have been implemented now, so that should just be on configuring now. Uh, that one. Yeah, that one is still on configuring as well. I guess you just need to go through the ones that you care about and actually implement tooltips on them. Uh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Great, let's add the talent effect, I guess. Let's stop being lazy. So, to do the channel effect, we need to be like the continuous one, where we call the handle effects and handle sounds. So, we have this similar mechanic here. I mean, actually, could we just... Yeah, we could just call handle effects, but override the effect string? I mean, I haven't been a huge fan of these stuff here. I thought it was nice, really nice, that the effects, you didn't have to define it, but it has also been a little annoying because it makes the code very annoying to work with. So, uh, the other option is I add a different one and go with handle effects on your own or something. Handle effects raw. Let's go with, and then localize them again. So local handle effects. Local handle effects raw. And then we set this equal to a function. And so we need player step data. Player step data. What was the other one? Was it targets? Yeah, targets. And then finally we need effect name. So So we just go through. The Zenfar, I guess? Oh no, because we don't have an effect we wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't have done here. So up to here. Makes sense. Yep. Cool. And then this part is a bit weird. So if targets, then there you go. So in theory, I could wrap this one, the one above, in the effect as well, in the same style. Uh, but we're not. So there you go. So I can then now use this for channeling. Um, oh yeah, toggling hasn't even been. I didn't write the if statement for it yet. And so there we go. So here we can just go with handle effects for player, step, power. No. Am I in the meta still? Yes, I am. Cool. No character isn't used. Interesting. Step data, targets we don't need, so we'll pass nil. Effect name would be step data dot charge effect. Then if step data dot charge effect, then so we write this in a statement. Oh, did my music stop? Yes, it did. Cool. Mix isn't too bad, but not a huge fan of that one. Let's go there. Okay, cool. So yeah, so we can now handle raw effects. Let's also implement toggle. Where is that? Cool. Yeah, and then eventually we'll add in ritual. But okay then. So now channel. So we handle the effects for yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So that should be it. So now we just need to make the power for it. So yeah, we don't need to pay attention to these conventions and stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, let's go for this. So let's get a new folder. Let's call it Force. Uh, let's go with repulse underscore charge dot lower. So this will be the charge up effect. And I think I'm just gonna be lazy, and I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna take Rubat's code. Uh, he has a nice system for it, so, and I'm hoping. No, this isn't what I want. There we go. And I'm hoping I have something similar in FPS. I'm hoping I have an effect in here for. Nope, don't appear to. Okay. Cool. So I guess. GM Publisher. We can just... Oh god, that's so big. Installed add-ons. Search. Can I search for just rebats like that? No, I can't. Okay. Cool. So let me just give me a bit as I try and go to rebats and download it. Okay. It's not happy with that. Cool. Don't know why you're not happy with that. Because same link. There must be some hidden character or something in there that it's not happy with passing. Okay. So, yep. Okay. So we're here, the effects. So there's a force repulsor N effect. So this one is the effect we're wanting. So where we have this refract texture, we can then just slap this out. And then we'll just need to modify parts of the code so that it works up. So our origin is there. Our start size probably should be related towards this. This will be our charge effect. And then we then gonna need our repulse out. So we copy this one and go here, new file, repulse underscore, so just AOE underscore sphere, I guess. No, because that will force it to be the target, so repulse. I should actually just put these in repulse, actually. New folder, repulse, yeah. Because then now I can put this one here and remove the underscore charge, the underscore from it. And then also push dot lower or out dot lower. Actually, that works. And we can compare this to this one. So radius is rad. Yep, times 2. Yep, that is correct. The radius, yeah. Don't know what magnitude is doing. Is that meant to be charge? I do not know. Cool. So now, let's turn this into a power. From what we have. So we're going to go with the most basic version of Force Repulse possible. So not quite what Rubat actually has. So repulse is equal to, so our name is equal to Force Repulse, our description, push people back in an AoE, holding down, attack, makes more powerful. Cool. Don't forget the comma. Icon is equal to whatever for now. I don't give two shits. So yeah, so we've got our target is going to be an AoE sphere self. Our type is this. I guess it's force. Our radius will be 1024. Our action. Is it force or is it damage? Because we could go with damage for the repulse instead of a force push. And if we set our type to force, if I go to damage system, here, force is a type, I thought. No, it doesn't actually appear to be. Interesting. Cool. Ah, that's nice. I guess that'll work. So the action will then be also force. Um, and then from here we need to implement directionality into it. I do need to do the power type, but what I'm going to do is just get the test file up. So these two, the example powers, the example push. Because for example, this code here is what we need. So it doesn't radius its range. So our power type will be channel. Our max channel will be 2. So this means that in theory our channel strength can get increased further. Yeah, then we've got a multiplier here. So our multiplier will be 100, why not? So cool. This should hopefully be enough and should be functional. And now we just need to register this. So powers dot register power repulse, and then we do need to set a name in here for now. So force repulse. I should make it so it could get off the name, but that requires more time. And now we just run the refresh, and hopefully, when the map finishes loading, we should then have the thing set. Hopefully at least. So okay then, so let's go here. And I still do not have a power vendor over here, so let's come over here. And see here. Yeah, there we go, got our force repulse. And let me just double check. If I press again, do not. Cool. Wait. Interesting though, my hotbar didn't come this time. Cool. Charge rate. Attempt to on a nil value. Okay. Cool. 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 So channel. So the OR is resolved after the times, after the maths. So you need to wrap it in a if statement here. Not an if, in a bracket. So now target data, NL value, SV meta 18. SV meta. Did I misspell my target? Oh, 303. No, line 18. Target data. Oh, target data is nil. Uh, cool. I mean, I can do AoE sphere, but I think I want. Actually, no, I do just want AoE sphere. Oh, and it's not AoE, it's AoE all caps. Would have guessed. There you go. Yeah, so certain people are definitely getting pushed there. But I don't have the. I didn't actually set the effects. That was a bit stupid on me. So, let's go back to here and see how do we override stuff. So, nope, we don't actually have a force on here. Uh, because it always wants a type, I guess. Okay, so can I actually do repulse? And then do effect is equal to out. This seems a bit hacky, but charge effect is equal to repulse underscore yeah, charge. Cool. So we probably should get charged to actually drain some mana or force. And we want a sound, obviously. We want a repulse sound. So if we go, where are ForcePowers even stored here? Let's see. Are they here? In here anymore? It's been such a long time since I've actually looked at this ForcePower album by Reboot that I don't actually know where stuff is anymore. Uh, I imagine not. There we go, they're found here now. Yeah, you can see here that we go for an offset on the player. Or 32, 36. So, cool. And yeah, then we have this play sound file here. So for this one, we just put this, I think, here with a dot sound. I should remember this. Yeah, yeah. It's just a sound, and then we have a table, and we can do that. So now if we go back, print. There we go. This is remaining at 1. A max charge doesn't equal charge. I did max channel, not max charge. So it should have released there. There you go. Okay, so we are actually pushing now, but for whatever reason we don't get a sound. Is this because we don't have a stage delay? Uh, there you go, that's the issue. Yeah, so you can push. There's not a lot of force there. Cool. So there we go. We can charge off strength, off channel, and it works. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna guess that one's that one. Where am I? There. Okay. So I'm gonna say the rest of them would be done at another time, and that for now I'm gonna say the power system wants to be configured uh, over more features because the remaining ones, the remaining stuff isn't too high of a priority. They're nice for powers that we're not going to have in the initial open release, so we can move on from there. Space system I can't actually work on stream. Uh, so are we getting on to admin system? I guess. I guess we are. Uh, so edit files. This one works, right? Yeah, this works. From what I remember. An error has occurred. You don't have permission to edit characters. Cool. I probably should not have that. Um, ability then to edit files. I shouldn't be able to open it if I don't have permission. Uh, but okay. Thank you for telling me that. I don't appear to have a setting for that. So I'm going to assume I haven't set that yet. So that's going to become fairly easy to do. I can ignore that. Yeah, I mean at the moment all of these menus have been put in one folder, one file. I'll be separating them out eventually. Okay, so I don't think I have the other two here, do I? Oh no, I do have the delete one, yeah. There we go. So I don't think the permission cache here. Oh no, it does. Okay, cool. Let's update that then. Okay then. Oh yeah, I do want to. So if I remember correctly, there was a bug here with. So if I try that, I mean, you can see a bug here with this doesn't auto wrap. So if I try that, yeah. Okay, so we've got a bug in the check commands as well. Uh, it's a table, not a string, so I can't even do that. So I need to print table, input a dogs, and then try that again. E velocity. Yeah, so it's already fucked up here. Before we get to get input. And what happens client side as well? Uh, things are still being spammed by hotbars, so I can't even see. What's hotbars? That one there, yeah. Yeah, I mean, actually, we can probably actually delete most of this code here now, the powers folder. Because powers seem to be functional, and that file just doesn't get run. So, are we not doing any parsing on that one? Oh no, the parsing all happens server side, doesn't it? When you can also see a problem here where I don't get my error message back, which should happen. So that needs to be fixed. Um, but okay, so we're not here. This isn't where the code is erroring. The code is erroring long before here. It's not even here. So it should be here. When we extract arguments, start index, add one. There you go. This is what's happening here. Which is that nothing's been added, so we sub we get one off and it fucks over. So if I now do that, there you go. You can now see that I run like that. And then we should also sort of, pass in an actual thing into chat to the people that have the authority to see this. Slash me respawn. Me respawn. Slash lower me kill. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's check the rest of this. So slash lower this set model scale 0/10 seconds. I don't know this. Oh, was it you? Yeah, it's not this. It's you. I've gone with you. Slash lower you. Yeah, you set model scale 0/10. There you go. I I think I was too slow. Yeah, I was too slow. It's permanently gone. I mean, it is still there. In collision only. There we go. So if we wanted to see, for example, I have always been kind of curious what happens if you set these to like player models. Slash lower you set model. The collisions get really fucky. That's not surprising. That one at least. Cool. Oh, we've got a Crate. That scaled down could be useful. Uh, no, maybe not 0.5. I think smaller than that. 0.25. Yeah, that could work as an option. You can see that you can see there's a desync here at the moment between collision and actual random mesh. Uh, cool. That was big. What is that? Is that just a ship? Yes, that is. With technically an interior. Interesting. No other interior though. That's a shame. Uh, yeah, I mean you've got lots of different holocrons here. They're not even on the server. I mean, you got these ones, these old ones. This one doesn't spawn in, so I don't have it. Do I not have this on the server? Uh, Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I presumably don't have half this content. That is one thing that I do find kind of annoying at times, is that the content you see in your queue menu is local content, not server content. So I suppose if I were to override queue menu and add in a custom thing, which I don't have any intention on doing because queue menu is pretty decent, I would change that. Uh, do I have Gargantuan? I really should have Gargantuan. Subscribed, but I don't see it. So maybe I don't have Gargantuan. Uh, yeah, don't appear to. So cool. Okay, I got distracted there. Yeah, so lure run now works, the lure command. So if I go here, edit my vars, and let's with force max. Set this to be 2000. So vars, an error occurred. Is it characters? Yeah, characters. Get and fetch. Why is this is wrong? And then why do we shouldn't defer. Here, we should just on success. I'm gonna call this weirdly. Uh yeah, that makes no sense. And then why would we not? Is set vars not a function? I thought it was one. I'll be honest. Oh, we've got set DB vars or a set var. Okay. So this should save everything and stuff like that. So, okay. So, alright, let's move this below. So if data equals var, then return. No, we don't want to return. We want to continue. Data is equal to var. Yep. And this should cause a full refresh. Oh, someone's joined. Hello. Cool. And I've got a miss typo there. So cool. Okay then. Let's try that this time. Uh, was that just now? ForcePowers. I didn't see a message, but ForcePowers were um, yeah, they're just kind of they're new ForcePowers. Essentially, I've rewritten the ForcePower system so that we have channeling instantaneous. Whereas before we had stages like this. So, for example, if you look at this one, you can see this is 87 lines of code to do this. And with the new power system, uh, no, this is the old powers. Do I actually have? I haven't written this one yet. Um, but it would be kind of like this one. This step, you'd have this step, which equals all of this code is equivalent to this one. Uh, and then this step would be close to like this. So as a whole, it's more modular and it's a way easier to use um, than the oldest method. There's a few weird restrictions here and there that I am encountering as I work with it that I need to either brute force through or just change, be a bit annoyed and change exactly how I want to write stuff. So, yeah. But at the moment I'm working on admin menus. So if I now try to save that, set vars is a problem. Cool, that's fine. Channel, not channel level, refresh. Why has my music stopped? Ah, that's annoying. Cool. Okay then. There we go. Okay, so you do actually need to respawn to get the stuff. Okay. Uh, that's a little annoying. It's not too big of a problem, but it's a little annoying. But cool, I guess. Okay, cool. And then what went wrong here exactly? Because it felt as if something went kind of wrong. Uh, let's go force regen. Where's force regen? Let's just set this to something ridiculous. Again, like 1,000. This menu doesn't get removed. Interesting. Panel remove. And then we're going to need to do another panel remove. There you go. We'll take a kilter. There you go. Okay, and the hotbar again has not. The hotbar, yeah, the hotbar again has not loaded. So need to figure out what's going wrong there and why the hotbar is not loading. Okay. God, this having loads of is not. This definitely wants a cooldown on it. I mean, another question we need is, do we actually want health bars on things? Because I kind of assume that we do actually at some point want health bars on things, that when we look at them, we see that. Anyway, okay, so we can now edit the variables of players. However, they will need to kill themselves to update, which, to be honest, I'm perfectly fine with. Uh, that's not a huge issue. Yeah, we can look at people's inventories, and we can steal them out of their inventories. Yeah. Uh, cool. I mean, I don't get any confirmation I've deleted them. So, what was their name? Oh, no, I didn't mean to kill myself. Uh, yeah, this guy. Okay. So that delete failed. Oh, interesting. So we don't actually see that. Okay, cool. Then we'll also need to record then the status of them being deleted or not. Which is fine. Okay. What are we looking for? So delete isn't actually. So if char is deleted, then restore, undelete. I had to go undo, delete, and now we just need to add this function in as well. Find new file, sh underscore delete as well. The lower function char is deleted and return. There you go. So is deleted no value because the char meta still exists, but that's fine. Yeah. Cool. Let's close that and that as well. Cool. Yeah, so hotbars are not loading. Uh, 2. And obviously that's not going to be fixed without a restart, refresh. Cool. Okay then, so yes, we're here now. Okay, then so let's open the menu and click on you, and we still have a delete. So you are not deleted. Okay. Uh, but it should be. Uh, okay. Do we not get here? Okay, where's the seal code? Oh, yep, that would do it. We don't actually ever send the net request to the server. Yeah. Action not found. Yeah, it's just called delete. Okay. So, reopen the menu. There you go. Yeah. Got an undo delete now. So, I mean, it doesn't change anything. Uh, and this doesn't actually cause a successfulness. So there we go. cool. Yeah. Yeah, because I assume if we're deleting characters, we don't really want their info to stay here. So, cool. So looking at force files shouldn't be too difficult. Um, I would think we just take something similar to the force power menu and just slap that there. And actually maybe allow it to pass in a char. Yeah. Just sort of with the character menu itself, the code for it. No, not the power menu. If I actually think about the power menu itself, um, like if we ignore the net receives that exist, because yes, they're going to be wrong. We call character and character here is just passed from here. So if we wrap this in a menu that can be passed in with stuff, oh no, they're both personal actually. Yeah, so we'd need to request them. That's gonna be a bit of a pain actually. But then that's also why we've got data and extra stuff. So not a huge issue. Uh, yeah, we can just get the data and then network it. So yeah, because we've got the DAO here and the loader, so we can get all the powers by an ID. We can get the hotbar by an ID. By an ID. We just combine the two and the network. For the hotbar itself, we only care about the names, not the data. So I might just go iterate over 1 to 9, though that does send 9 values because we don't care for power data, but it's in the query. So, uh, I should actually. I don't know. Uh, oh, we have someone currently. Hello. Uh, yes, they don't. So we don't want the data there. But we've got, I mean, I'll just go with screw it for now and just go with the net request here will be a bit slow uh, in the menu. So, cool. So, get force powers. The issue with this one actually is that it's going to be very heavily integrated to this version of the menu. So at some point I'll need to make this somehow dynamic. That's going to be a pain to do, but so we've got the player, SV, callback, and then the data. Cool. So the requested data will just be, say, charity, yep. So for here we don't actually need to fetch the character in any way. We can go with local power callback is equal to power system dot DAO dot powers dot get all, and then we pass in the character ID. Callback data is equal to that, and then callback data dot powers is equal to that. Not force powers. We don't want force powers. We want hotbar with a get all as well. Uh, okay, so we go here. No, not here. It's Charmander. Wrong file. Just dot name. Okay, that is what I thought it was. And then we return the power names. And then final callback is equal to callbacks dot await, and then we just pass those both in. And now we can do the on success with both. Cool. And so now we can request the data and then open up the menu that we want. So yeah, cool. Whether the panel will be exactly the same, actually I doubt it would need to be too much the same. So yeah. Okay, so back to the client side of the panel. When we look at powers, I think it was get ForcePowers. Was that? Yeah, get ForcePowers. We also need to come down here quickly and add that new power in. Cool. So then on success, we then have the FP info. And then here we want to... I don't know what it's trying to do there, but that's quite entertaining. Power system dot... No, force... No, because that's just an S button. How have I done here? Up here for character vars. Character vars editor. Horsepower menu panel, I guess. Force power panel. Local force power panel function data. Okay then, so we want to I guess we want this? No, because we don't have a panel yet. Okay, so we want a base, a local panel to be GUI dot. Yeah. Let's just see what it comes up with. And then if it's completely wrong, we can... I mean, this works. Don't know about that set position. For our name in iPairs data dot powers, was it? Yeah, powers. Do. No, we don't want indexing like that. And we don't want any text entries. Okay. What else do we want then? So we do want to also then go hotbar equal to. No, we don't want a scroll panel. Why does it want us to give us a scroll panel? Create, and then we want this to be a D panel. The panel to parent dock bottom? Sure. I don't know what you're doing there. So hotbar dot paint is equal to nil. And then for data dot hotbar. This is, I should not be using raw concatenations, I should be using string formats, but I'm being lazy. Okay, and then we have an I here. This doesn't seem right, but I'll go with it. Actually, let's just do a left. And maybe a horizontal divider, I don't know. Uh, let's go to permissions, super admin. I did not save the server-side file. There you go. Then let's reopen the menu. Yeah, get ForcePowers, there you go. So update the permissions. Cool. Cool, so back into the menu. Character list, me look at ForcePowers. Do we ever get the return? Did we get the return there? We might have. Yeah, this doesn't actually call make pop up. And I don't hide the admin panel, so... And then we have our cooldown, so our callback dot on close. And then we have our local callback is equal to that, and then we return the callback. It's slightly annoying at times that it doesn't pick up on local variables. Because it kind of should. It really should be able to. Uh, oh, I didn't have any docking, did I? No, no docking whatsoever. Left, right, mid, top, right. Uh, is it not docking mud? Is it docking padding that I want? Well, let's try that again this time like this. Maybe it was a local function issue or something. Yeah, there you go. Well, it is ending off the screen quite quickly there. So who knows? I mean, maybe a dock top, and then we go. Can I do like a hotbar size to children? List of contents. Let's go with. So hopefully this one will work. Close. Though often doesn't. Okay, cool. Let's see. Character list. Me. Look at ForcePowers. Nope, it did not work. Okay. Uh, height is equal to 0. There we go. Set tool. Height. It slightly annoys me that it doesn't have this sort of functionality. You can't do that easily. Because it's one where you really think there should be something inbuilt that should be able to handle that. For when I'm working with D labels, like these are D labels, these aren't any form of custom element. You should think there's something. I find set size to children or size to children barely ever works. And then size to contents, and they both claim that they should work with a D panel, I think, or maybe it's a D frame and D label, but they just don't. It's very infuriating, that. But there you go. So you can now see that we've got sorts. And so if I then also go here and put force repulse here, how does that handle it? Look, force powers, it goes 5. Um, okay, that's not right. I mean, I know where it's gone wrong. It's gone wrong here, yeah. I do actually need this slot index here, this one, because we care about its index. The index does actually matter. So character, it's done 4 again. Or do I have an iPairs? Did I add an iPairs by mistake? It's an iPairs, there you go, that's why. It's not always going to be incremental, there's going to be some missing powers. There we go. So if we now try, and like a force powers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Sweet. Awesome. Okay then. So let's now look into trying to see what was going wrong. So if I retry, let's now see what happens with hotbar. Yeah, because something seems to be breaking hotbar, and I can't, and I don't know necessarily what's going wrong with it. Because it has appeared to work and then just doesn't. So okay. And the hotbar here has not loaded. Okay. So SH cooldown tend to compare number with string. SH cooldown. Number with string. So this point is cooldown the string. Because the type of it should have already been fixed. Or is cooldown for whatever reason, has that been... No, cooldown can't have been set as a number. Because it's string... But this can't be string either, so yeah. So cooldown is, for whatever reason, is still a string at this point. So something is going wrong, okay? So we can get the force powers when we get where's hotbar? I got and this file isn't minified. Okay, get it. So we have our type, and we fix our data to pass string to data. I've had that the wrong way around. Data to string. String to data. Okay, cool. No. Pass string to data. Okay, that should hopefully fix that now. Okay. So if I do retry, I mean actually this value should be I mean SQL str. I mean it should be wrapped in a string, but yes, that should be done over it. So I have two Jedi holocrons there. Interesting. uh, no. Okay. See, I do not need this open now. Okay, let's now go here, and there's now three. Interesting. How have we ended up now with three? Peculiar. Cool, so there's something gone wrong here. If I have somehow managed to end up with three holocrons, when I should only have one. So, beautiful. Remove our chair ID is not a number. Set increment model nil. That's fine. But that chair ID 249. Where is it called from? Well, 249 is just here. 247, I can so read. I'm seeing the 9 there and combining them. Yep. Okay then. So, this means this has been called from here? Yes. Here we go. Get ID. Cool. Yes. There we go. Cool. Oh, I made the mistake here. No, Connor. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's refresh here and then see what's happening. Because yeah, so then from what I can tell from this is that the stuff breaking, uh, what's the word? Um, yeah, so saving seems to break something with the container system server side. Uh, so okay, let's go back here then. There you go, hotbars are now here. Sweet. Awesome. Okay then. So that fixed that issue there. Yep. And then we can now go here and look at character data. It's definitely not pretty. That's a certain, but it works. We can see the info and we can see the list. So cool. Because I just think we only need the information. We don't necessarily need to modify their hotbar. Because it doesn't matter if it's on the hotbar if they have the power or not. I suppose you could maybe want permission to modify stuff, so you could easily add powers. Uh, yeah, I mean that could be desirable. Uh, that was a bit of a pain to implement with the current UI. That's good. It's a bit, yeah. Okay. I mean, let's actually have a look what I have on that Trello. I don't remember. Uh, it's on Google Doc, is that? Yeah, cool. So I still don't necessarily know about bug reports and feature requests, whether I want them in game or not. Uh, yeah, that's fine. That can go. Did I have I rewritten the config menu yet? No. So I need to rewrite the config menu. Sweet. That's going to be slightly annoying to do. These for the most part will just be commands. There you go. This is actually what we need. So vars, summary, ForcePowers, title, forms, achievements. So these just are extensions, and then these are the main ones. I don't have a loadout button yet. Yeah, true. Stuff will be able to force through a loadout. Load out any character they want. Which personally might screw some people over, but it's a staff thing, so be interesting. Because then I imagine we'll need to hide the menu after it happens, and we probably want to delay it or something. I don't know. So yes, okay. So okay, so it's just admins in general. Uh, are the people that are classed as being able to load out characters. Not sure it's a good idea to send a pop-up actually, but I guess it's there now. So we can always rewrite it later to remove the pop-up if it becomes too annoying. So load out. Yeah, it's kind of we're locking it behind a permission here, even though it's not technically a permission. What are we do? Is it going for? It's getting very confused right now. So if I go charcoal back, does it get less confused? There we go. It gets a lot less confused. And we just call out. There you go. And we'll just pass back success. as our singular value. Not sure why I'm wrapping that in a table. I think I can just return a single value. I do not remember, but we can try. And then when it errors, we can go, oh no, how was that? Cool. Because yeah, here we're just loading out the character. Um, but I will remove the permission check because we don't actually use it. And then we can now go client side and add that menu. Yeah, so I should just be able to return a single value. Um, then if success, then no, if not, then return and we don't care. We're not opening any menus. Is hiding the admin menu the way we're meant to close? I don't actually know. I don't remember. No, we actually remove it. Okay. So I guess we remove. If we get to this point, because we've loaded out. And we just want to get rid of everything. So, character menu, uh, this one, I guess. Load out. Complaining, apply 38. 39, that's going to be wrong here. Yeah, we need to pass in play. There you go, that's what's gone wrong. Got to pass in the player. There you go. And nothing too crazy there. So, yeah. Boom. Sweet. Okay, so we now have loadout done. So let's actually highlight the stuff that's been done so I can tell. The issue with summary is that summary then needs to be is something that's a bit of a pain to uh, implement because I don't quite know how I want summaries of characters to be. Because it's kind of like you kind of want it to say the time they're created, the last time they're loaded out, their playtime, things like that. Um, but then I don't know what I want it to look like, and so I suppose a summary might be one that's a bit delayed compared to that one. So, do I have a kit command? No kit command. Okay. Do I? Yeah, so I don't think I actually have most of this at the moment. Uh, player spawns Arn, but it's through a also it's through a console command, which isn't very intuitive. Uh, if I remember correctly at least. And spawn system needs to be slapped with the restriction system now as well. Um, but if I remember correctly, we were lazy and used the network bar edit option on them. Though we probably want to press E on stuff. Yeah, and we do a trace downwards for our spawn position, so we can keep them in the air if we really wanted them to. Oh God, someone's cutting the grass. I might need to go close my window. Oh God, the pain of hay fever. Oh God. Though thankfully, from how I see this, the fact this uses a text 30, ouch, that's a little small. That should be like 255. Yeah, hang on a minute. Let me quickly go close my um window. Okay, I'm back. God. The amount of pollen I find that you have on grass is very high. It's very annoying to have. So, cool. Jesus. Okay, cool. Yeah, so one of the other ideas for spawns is we're going to need to implement a bit more dynamic stuff as well. So oh, this one even has an admin system stuff here. We've got character list, more stuff as well. Which isn't too surprising that admin system goes across both. But for restrictions, what restrictions do I have at the moment? I want to implement one for planet ownership as well. Uh, yes, planet ownership is probably one that needs to be added. As this will make it very easy to implement spawn points on other planets. Because if you go with the spawn point is restricted by who has ownership of the planet, or I might go with planet relationship status with you. Might be easier. So neutral, enemy or friendly. But I am unsure. Because obviously, actually no, you wouldn't be able to spawn on a neutral planet. So that's fine, unless you were a neutral faction. Uh, so yeah, I'd probably go with planet ownership is same as or something. Yeah, there you go. That's how I'd do it. Okay, though that's a bit complicated and painful to do. Okay, I'll say painful. It's not painful. It's decentish. Okay, cool. So we've done that bit. We've done that bit. Flags aren't really used at the moment and need a rewrite anyway. Do I have a flag rewrite on a? Got a menu for them. But I'll also just archive and delete. Uh, This has been done. On damage, that has been done. That has been done. Flag system rework. Cool. What's this character list? Yep, that's been done. So yeah, we're just left with bug reporting, documentation, crafting, and then 2 reworks, a bug fix, and then 2 things here. So, I mean, let's actually try some of these commands right now, just to see whether they work. So, slay, and then if I go me, that definitely worked. So slaying me worked. Freeze me, slash freeze me. I am frozen. Unfreeze me. I am unfrozen. Cool. There are no logs whatsoever, so probably shouldn't actually do that. I should implement logging first before claiming them as tested. Because that is an issue. Then there's no logs. Or should I fix logs? I can do logs as well. Because all you need to do is just have a permission for who can see admin commands, and then display the content that you want through. Because it's being sent through chat, it will have all of the extra like boldness and everything that I've forgotten how to actually do. Like color 255, 255, 0. That's an option. And then color. Yeah, you can do that sort of stuff. So you can just change the different colors that way. Though, whether that would be, yeah, you'd want that for boldness of different character names. Uh, so yeah, so that would be a bit annoying to generate the logs for. I'm trying to think of how to do that. Yeah, so it doesn't actually get the spawn data. So if we store the restrictions on the ent, we can just undo that way. So yeah, so the data as a whole doesn't care too much about the entity. So we could clean this up and fix. I mean, we are using, we are just serializing it into a JSON format and then storing it in a string. So it's not like we're being very efficient with memory here. There you go. Edit spawns is the wonderful con command we have. And we also want to prevent other people from editing spawns at the same time as we are, I think. And my music has stopped again. Nope, wrong window. This one. Yes, so we would want to implement that one as well. So yeah, let's work on spawn system. No, spawn system. Commands or yeah, this is the issue. I feel as if my brain is jumping to everything at the moment. Okay, so we can kill, we can freeze, we haven't tried stripping, we health. Yeah, there we go. My health got set. So we set 1,000. That also works. Cool. Uh, Haven't tested. Let's see. God. This is required, is it? Interesting. What happened there? Interesting. Uh, Char set money. We don't actually have any autocompletes there. Okay, so it feels as if the autocomplete is this on second arcs or something was failing there. Um, we can see some passing. No, it would have been passing. Or would it be in the GUI? It might be in the GUI. Probably in the GUI. Because this code. I really do not want to touch this code. It is horrendous. So we have a start index, and then we add our value. So does this still happen if I do? What was this? God, was it? Yeah. If I do that, same issue happens. Okay, so why does start index get screwy? So rebuild args. So this has just been passed through the data actually. Okay. And then rebuild args is gotten from when we inject the GUI, we pass in the data and we unpack it. And then this. Hmm? That's not right. Where were we? Yeah, we handle the pass. We have our shared parsing, which gets us that we're in the argument phase. Wait, we're in the argument phase. Yeah, if we're in the argument phase, we then talk with the server side, right? Yeah, argument phase. We then request the data. We get it. We unpack it. Um. So yeah, so from the server, we're getting something. Well, something in the parsing is still getting us incorrect positioning. So you can close stars. Oh, this will be in the parsing itself. Something is going wrong. Um. Okay, so we're here. So one. Okay. Oh, I see. No, don't say. It's a single character. No, it wouldn't be an issue there. Yeah, that should be right. So why do we add one to the start? Uh, is that to get rid of the space? Um, why do we do this at one? Uh, won't we go with index at one there, and then get rid of this line of code here? How broken does that get the args? Um, I mean it works, but I don't know whether that's. Yeah, I don't know how broken that one is there. Um, oh no, this is a player, not a C thing. Um, so yeah, so parts of this have started working, and now other parts haven't. I mean, what I could do is just go with start index there. This is add one, and then start index is also start index add one. Could also work. Yeah, because that then targeted me. And then if I now do God, me, true, if I now get some combines, they do not have guns. NPCs, weapon override. Let's just give them pulse rifles. Yeah, so cool. I mean, one thing that I do want to implement is actually for you to be able to tell that you got it, um, and not just assume you got it and stuff like that. So yeah, cool. Okay, so that fixed that bug, I think. Though knowing me, that might have just got another bug in there. Okay, so yeah, we got a huge amount of code still to do. And cameras are going to be a real pain. Um, because I want cameras to be able to follow players, be in positions, and a few others. So very, very painful. I need to change that one. Okay. Though I do feel as if I am losing focus, so I might stop soon. that I don't know. I could have been losing focus for a while. Could do that one, fix that one. And then I don't know about potion system because that's something I think I should be unplanned. It's not essential for this one. We still need to configure classes, but okay. Got this stuff here, and then whatever's left on the other list of stuff that is needed as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for the night or the day. So yeah, not as many people here this time as last time, but that's fine. Anyway, see you everyone.